Wow, guys, I gotta say, that Nintendo Direct was definitely my favorite of all time when it comes to any Nintendo Direct. We got to look at the Nintendo Switch 2 in very close detail. We got to see some great first-party games coming from Nintendo and some great third-party games coming from other developers. I mean, the thing is going to be a massive hit when it launches, right? Isn't that what we wanted from Nintendo? We wanted a better Nintendo Switch, the bigger screen, more power. I mean, this thing is coming packed with 120 FPS screen and handheld mode. I mean, 1080p display. It's going to look beautiful, vibrant. I mean, there's so many reports right now that, you know, when the people are hands-on with it, are just, it's jaw-dropping to them. Jaw-dropping. But lo and behold, Nintendo has decided to put a price tag on it of $450 US for just the console, okay? And $500 with the console and a pack-in digital code for Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart World. Yeah, $500 Nintendo console, and that's probably going to be the one I'm going to get. I'm kind of going back and forth because next up is Mario Kart World at $80 for just the game. Now that to me is pretty wild. It's pretty wild that we're seeing these prices come from Nintendo. And a lot of people are pissed. I mean, there was a live stream today at the Nintendo Treehouse, day one. Every comment, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. I mean, you saw it everywhere, guys, on the chat. It was insane. But I don't think there's any way that Nintendo would do this or can do this at this point. Now, I've mixed feelings about it. It sucks, yes. $500 for a console with Mario Kart is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I'm 46 years old. I will, you know, I will get it on day one. But a lot of people out there that are Nintendo gamers aren't my age, don't have adult money to spend, right? A lot of you are going to be underage or are going to, you know, be younger people. You're going to want one. And you're going to have to ask your parents, can you get me a Switch 2? A lot of Nintendo's audience is a younger audience. And I see the frustration. You know, if my kid asked me for a Nintendo Switch 2 and I wasn't a gamer, or I didn't have a YouTube channel, then I probably would say no. $500? Are you kidding me? But it's 2025, and this rings a lot of bells if I go back in the late 90s. And there was a time when games were coming out at 80, 90, and 100. I remember a Sega Genesis game, Virtual Racing, was retailed at $100 when it first dropped. $100 because it had a special chip put into it for the polygon graphics, really low-res polygon graphics, which was jaw-dropping back then. It was pretty cool seeing that on a Sega Genesis. You never saw anything like it. It was a $100 game. And people were like, holy cow. And that was in the late 90s. But you know what? We wanted it. We bought it. And you guys might all be really pissed right now that this is crazy coming from Nintendo. And there's good reason behind that. But let's not forget. Let's not forget. And I'm going to say it right now. That Nintendo is in the next-gen territory as we speak. When Switch 2 releases, we are seeing next gen from Nintendo. They are going to go toe-to-toe with PS5 and Xbox Series X. And, well, you know what? This is just my opinion, okay? But what I'm seeing with this Direct, well, like I said, was a fantastic Direct, my favorite of all time, is these heavy-hitter third-party games that are coming over. Holy cow. Dude, Cyberpunk 2077 looks amazing running on the Switch 2. Elden Ring looks amazing running on the Switch 2. These first-party games coming from Nintendo, the likes of which Metroid Prime 4, Beyond. I saw a video today on YouTube. Holy cow, 4K 60, gorgeous. I mean, absolutely freaking gorgeous. Nintendo is in next gen. They finally have caught up. And you know, what a better time. I mean, you guys might be argumentative with this. You might say, what are you talking about, no friendo? Like, come on, dude, they're not next gen. But the next gen with PS5 and Xbox Series X, it took a long time to get up on its feet and going. Maybe because of COVID, maybe because of chip shortage, I don't know. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X are definitely more powerful consoles. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that I think Switch 2 is capable of producing some of these great games that are going to be put on all three consoles now. So there is a new console war out there, guys. A new console war. And Nintendo has entered the ring swinging big ding-a-ling. Think about it. Switch 2, massive success. Massive success, okay? Or, excuse me, Switch 1, massive success, okay? Coming in with this amount of people coming in behind Switch 2, I know me, I'm going to buy it day one. I know a lot of you are going to do the same thing. With a massive backlog waiting to be played on a Switch 2, especially with upgrades to games like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, new IPs like Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4. I mean, just look at that. Freaking Street Fighter 6 is coming over to Switch 2, and it looks gorgeous. And it looks like it's going to run really well. I think when we're going to get day-and-day releases, we're going to get it day-and-day on Switch 2 as well. Comes out on Xbox, and it's a multi-platform release. It's going to come out on Switch 2. It is really important for us to understand now that Switch 2 is one of the heavy boxers in the ring. Because that's where I can justify this new price point with Nintendo. If you were to walk into a Walmart right now and go buy a Switch OLED with no games, just the Switch OLED, $350. You might be able to find a bundle. You know, I think there's a Super Mario Bros. Wonder bundle with Switch OLED, which is a great game, a fantastic game. And I think it's just a little over the $350. It might even be at $350. I don't know. Maybe you get the game for free. I don't know. But you're right around $350 to $400, right? With tax and everything. What's 50 more bucks to get the Switch 2? I mean, save up, get it. It's worth it in my opinion, guys. The Switch 2 is way more powerful than the Switch 1. You're getting a much better handheld. And I know a lot of you out there are like, dude, the Switch 2 is ridiculous in price. These games are ridiculous. Maybe for now, but keep speaking up about it. If you don't like it, say something. Do something about it. Get in those chats and say, drop the price, drop the price. I'm all about cheaper prices. I'm not saying that it's not going to hurt the bank. You know, I don't want to pay $80 for Mario Kart World. I don't want to. But I'm going to because the game looks fantastic. Well, at least I hope it is. But I think it looks pretty amazing. Open world Mario Kart. Games like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, definitely worth it to me. To me, I'm going to play those games through and through, complete them. I'm going to get my money's worth. And then we're going to see it with everybody else. And we're going to see PlayStation and Xbox get on board with those prices now. And that might suck for a lot of people, for sure. Wait till it goes on sale then if you don't want to pay the full price. You know, the games drop within a few months, at least a half a year. You just got to wait a little bit. Be a little bit more patient, you know, until they go on sale. You know, I mean, maybe not Nintendo games go on sale all the time, but a lot of other games do. But I think what we're seeing, guys, is a new generation in gaming, for sure, when it comes to prices. But also from Nintendo. Nintendo is in that next-gen realm now. We are looking at a next-gen Nintendo console. Finally, they're going toe-to-toe with the big boys. And they have been as far as, like, sales, right? But as far as, like, graphical power and high frame rates and great resolution and things like that. I mean, I think we're finally there. As a Nintendo fan, I am stoked. I mean, dude, there are some great games going to be coming day one or the first month. That new Donkey Kong game, freaking, I can't even think of the title. Bonanza? I think it's Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Absolutely amazing. Amazing graphics. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's all that matters is the games when it comes to it. That's what matters about video games is the actual games. Your PS5 could be the most powerful console on the market. Where are the games at? Where are they? They're nowhere to be found. Yeah, there's some great ones. And I love my PS5, man. The Last of Us Part 2 remastered, excellent game. Gran Turismo 7, excellent game. Astrobot, excellent game. Street Fighter 6 on the PS5, excellent game. Hogwarts Legacy on the PS5, it's so beautiful. I love it. Ratchet and Clank: The Rift Apart, I love it. Okay, yes, I just named off a few, but that's it. Just a handful. That's it. You know, I mean, in Xbox, I don't know what Xbox is doing. If Xbox wants to come out of this alive, don't make another next-gen Xbox. Don't make a handheld. Partner with Nintendo. Put Game Pass on Nintendo. I know it'll never happen. I know it's crazy to even think about, but that's, to me, would be more successful to Microsoft to come on board, even though that, like I said, it'll never happen. And then Sony, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do to compete with Switch 2 now at this point? Because you know the Switch 2 is gonna be super successful for the next 8 to 10 years. It will be. It'll sell really well for 8 to 10 years, and I think it's honestly going to be the #1 Nintendo console ever out of every Nintendo console. It's going to beat Switch 1, and over time it'll drop in price, you know. And maybe if we keep speaking up, maybe they'll drop it $50 before the holiday or something, you know. Maybe they'll drop the prices of those games, 10 or $20 before the holidays. We got to keep talking, though. We got to keep talking about it. But the reason why I want to make this video, guys, is not to get all pissed off about it. I mean, this is a new generation. We're looking at new prices. Look at housing right now. Housing is crazy. When I bought my home, I bought it for $145,000. Now it's over $300,000 home. And yeah, it was brand new when I got it, you know, but that was a long time ago when I bought my house. That was a long time ago. That was 10 years ago. And the market was way different. And that's what we're seeing all over the world. We're seeing that all over the world. Things are getting more expensive. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. I got to work extra hard. I got to work every weekend. But when Nintendo makes quality stuff, and this is exactly what we wanted, guys. We asked for this. We want more power. Give me more power. These games suck. They don't play good. Give me more power. Give me more power. You get more power. Of course, the price is going to go up. Now you're complaining about the price. Damn, I don't know. Man, I'm stoked. I cannot wait to get my hands on a Switch 2. I'm getting Mario Kart day and date. Donkey Kong right after that, a couple weeks after that. You bet your ass I'm going to be playing my Nintendo Switch 2 more than any other console that I have. And like I said, Ben, I'm a gamer. I got all of them. I got Steam Deck, PS5, Xbox. I got them all. I got a bunch of retro consoles. I'm going to be playing my Switch 2 more than anything. Guaranteed. Because there is some excellent heavy hitters coming to fill that void of, not really much on the market right now. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be absolutely freaking fantastic. I cannot wait to get my hands on a Switch 2. And I know, guys, I know those prices are high. They look high right now, but it's going to be the norm. It's going to be the new norm. It really is. It sucks. But, think about the price influx from the 90s to now. We were paying $60, $70 for games back then. I remember when Street Fighter 2 Alpha or whatever it was, or Super Street Fighter 2, I think it launched at like $80 back then. If that was today's prices, you're talking like $125, $100, maybe even more for Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 on Super Nintendo. Yes, very expensive game. Very expensive to develop, and that's why the prices went higher. So we want good quality games from Nintendo. You're going to pay more for them. That's the way it goes. You want a better system. You want more power. You want a better handheld. You want better Joy-Cons. You're going to pay more. To me, it's worth the $100 more. I really enjoyed the Switch 1. Best console of all time, in my opinion. But I think Switch 2 is worth the $450 to $500 price point, especially if you get a great game like Mario Kart World. Because I'm going to be putting a lot of hours into it. You know what I'm going to do? And this is what I've advised a lot of gamers out there. Sell your old stuff. Get on Facebook Marketplace. Sell it on eBay. Save some money. Put some money aside. You got a couple months to go. Put some money aside. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put money aside. I'm going to save up for it. And then it's going to be mine. And I earned it. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say. I just want to do a little rant on it. Don't get too, worked up about it. It's not worth it. Things are changing. That's just the way it is. It's the way the world works, man. It works that way. It's going to get more expensive now. And if you think about it, they could be charging us $150 for Mario Kart. I mean, compared to like the prices in the 90s to now, they could be charging a lot more. These games cost a lot more to make. A lot more to make, especially than they did back in the day. Especially when they didn't have so many people to entertain. You know, there was a very few of us. We were the nerds, man. We were the kids playing in our mom's basements, you know, like we were the nerds. There wasn't a big crowd of us. You know, I was picked on the playground for playing video games. Not today, man. Not today. There's a lot of us, a lot more gamers out there, that's for sure. A lot more. So, I mean, it sucks. It does. That's a big, big price point. It really is. But I think it's worth it in my opinion. I really do. I'm a Nintendo fan through and through. I've been playing Nintendo since the NES. I remember getting my brand new. My dad got it for me for Christmas. May his soul rest in peace, man. Thank you, Dad. And I'm sorry, Dad, that you can't be here with me to enjoy the Switch 2, because he was with me for every console. Every Nintendo console. He was there with me. We enjoyed it together. We unboxed them together. And it's a bummer. It's bittersweet, the Switch 2 release for me, because Dad's not here to enjoy it with me. Because he was definitely my fan. He was my hype man. You know, when it came to this kind of stuff, he always, you know, I'll tell you guys a little quick story about me and my dad. When I was a little kid, he bought me the NES. He bought me Super Mario, or it came with Super Mario Bros. He goes, I'm not going to buy you another game until you beat Super Mario Bros. Guess what? I beat it in like 3 days. He was pissed. But you know what we went down and did? We went down to KB Toys. We went and got RC Pro-Am, and I think I got a Cobra Triangle or something like that. It was a rare game. It was really cool. But yeah, I'll never forget that moment with him, man. Never forget that. He was like, oh, gosh, I can't believe I told him that, because I didn't think he's going to beat it that quick. But anyway, Dad, if you're listening to this video up in heaven, man, you'll be in my thoughts and prayers every day when I'm playing my Switch 2. And you know what, guys? If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for letting me rant. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys are getting a Switch 2, if you guys think these prices are outlandish, or you think they're, you know, pretty fair. We want better games. We want a better console. You're going to pay a little bit more money for it. That's all I got to say, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.